Alright everyone, huge news for Miraculous Ladybug. We now have a date for the first episode of Season 5 Evolution. Not only that, we have 2 new spoiler images showing off the new design of Monarch. So starting off with the date, we have Evolution set to air on Gloob on June 13th, which is a Monday at 7:30 p.m. Brazil time, or if you're in EST, 6:30 p.m. Now, for those of you wondering what the 1 and 2 was, we don't really know. That was never really answered. So yes, we now have the official date for Evolution, when it's going to come out. It's so close, guys. Now on to the new images. This first one here was the very first one that we saw, and most people hated this design. There were a few people who were like, yeah, that's pretty cool, but most people universally hated this design when it came out. But another design came out, and people tend to like this one a lot better. I still am personally not the biggest fan of this design. I mean, like, the chest jacket thing looks really cool. Aside from that, I'm not a fan of the purple skin. Just everything's purple. It's too purple. It needs some different variation. His mask looks like Batman. His gray hair is completely white. And here's the problem, right? No matter how good the design is, this animation is clearly not by SAMG. We knew that. We don't know what studio is doing it. And especially in the first image, it looks really bad. It looks almost worse than DQ just from this screenshot. So that's not a good sign. But you know, this is the first screenshot is what we're going to be seeing, right? The second screenshot, it has a good pose, it has better lighting, it's more dramatic, right? The first pose is what we are going to actually be seeing normally. So it's like, oh, you can't say, oh, the second pose, you know, it looks good when the only redeeming quality is the jacket. So I don't know, that's just my take. So yeah, this is the new design for Monarch. Whether you like it or hate it, I think more people dislike it than like it, but who knows, maybe it'll grow on us, and maybe, you know, we're just disrepresenting it because we haven't seen a whole lot of it. So I don't know, we'll just have to wait to see in the future with more designs. And by more designs, I mean more images, so that way we can see his full body. Now, one thing interesting about the second screenshot are these like little ring things. Some people think they're rings, some people think they're boxes. I was originally thinking they're boxes, but I like the ring idea better because I was thinking about it, right? And our whole thought for this season was that he was going to be giving out the actual Miraculous, but someone in his position, that's not a very smart move, especially with seeing what Chloe did, right? So ultimately, it would be in his best interest to not give out the actual Miraculous, but he still wants to use their power, right? So what does he do? Create a way to give out the power without actually giving out the Miraculous. So you see that thing on his chest? What if that holds the power of all the Miraculous, right? So we can just say, okay, in this box, I'm gonna put this power, right? And then it serves as a power bank where he can charge a ring or something. And then he can hand out those rings to other people and give them access to the power. That would make a lot more sense from a standpoint of protecting his best interest, right? Which is keeping the Miraculous that he's worked so hard to get, right? So what if these rings are what he's going to be giving out, in which case he could keep the Miraculous and not have to give them out, which would also mean, how is Ladybug and Cat Noir getting the Miraculous back, right? That's kind of weird. So I don't know exactly how they're gonna do it, but I'm sure they'll find a way. And that is just a theory, so this ring thing could be completely wrong. Now, something interesting that was pointed out by Ladybug was that there are 5 Miraculous missing from the rings, right? Obviously, the Ladybug, Cat, and Peacock Miraculous, because those are with different people. The Butterfly, which makes sense, because Hawkmoth at least needs to retain that one. And the Rabbit, for some reason, which means the Rabbit was either already given out, or he never planned on making that into a ring to give out to someone else. And we can see that he is using the rabbit because of the umbrella. You know, you can just see the umbrella there. That's what the Miraculous's weapon is. Now, I personally think it's more likely that he's like, well, this Miraculous is way too powerful, I'm keeping that for myself. In which case, how does evolution work, right? How are Ladybug and Cat Noir gonna get the rabbit Miraculous back? Well, in the first image, we see that Hawkmoth, or I guess Monarch, is going out into the real world. We can see some bricks behind him, right? So what if Ladybug and Cat Noir sneak up behind him and snag it, right? That would sort of make sense, and that would be like, haha, we got the Miraculous, and we didn't have to deal with your ring stuff. So that would be a pretty quick, easy way, right? So who knows? Maybe that's what's going to happen. So yeah, just something interesting. He may be not planning to give out the Rabbit Miraculous, and I guess that sort of makes sense because, you know, they're supposed to, Ladybug and Cat Noir are supposed to get it back in the first episode, so Yeah, not really too much he can do with that. Now here's the thing, Gloob has said that the surprises are not over, so we can expect to see a lot more information coming out. So yeah, this is just the beginning, guys. Buckle up, we're on the ride for Season 5. As always, if you want more updates or spoilers or whatever, make sure that you subscribe. I will deliver them as soon as we hear about it, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Goodbye.